Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez here of the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel, and we are here today for your Smackdown live review for the date of October 17th, 2017 here. And I mean, this was just another one of those shows, that proves to you why Jinder Mahal needs to be off of SmackDown Live as WWE Champion. This is just another one of those shows that goes to show you that the SmackDown Live creative team is full of goddamn dummies, bro. You're kidding me with the booking of this show. You really, really are. This show, look at the talent that you had on this show here tonight. Let me just read you a list. Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, Rusev, The New Day, The Usos, Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, Charlotte, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Naomi. And with that plethora of names on this show here tonight, with that vast sea of names that any wrestling promotion other than WWE would die for and would make a blockbuster show with that talent, bro, WWE creates a shitty edition of SmackDown Live. You have got to be kidding me. It is the fact that no other company on this earth, on the spectrum of wrestling companies, would take this plethora of talent and create the shit show we seen here tonight. You have such a great roster, and you mean to tell me that this is the best that this SmackDown Live creative team can come up with? If this is, I'm telling myself that this creative team really isn't very creative at all, bro. They are the lackadaisical, idiot, dumbass team, bro. That's what it should be called. The team of dumbasses, bro. Holy crap. Bobby Roode takes his first pinfall here tonight. Listen to that one. I don't even want to say it. Jinder Mahal challenges Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series here tonight. Listen to that one, bro. And you already know, of those two things that I just told you, there's going to be rants on those two subjects. So you're going to want to stay tuned to this SmackDown Live review. Oh yes, you are. Rusev was in a meaningless backstage segment with The New Day, where he looked like an absolute joke. Yeah, that happened. What else happened on this show? Another 6-woman tag, another multi-woman matchup here tonight. Listen to this one. Charlotte Flair, Naomi, and Becky Lynch versus Natalya, Tamina, and get this, Lana was in the ring here tonight. Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara here tonight. What happens? Sin Cara, I was wondering if he was still employed when he came out here tonight, and this man ends up getting a count-out victory over your United States champion. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And this is where the dumbass comes from in that idiot, lackadaisical, lazy, dumbass team, bro. Because that's what WWE has. Holy crap, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Jinder Mahal here tonight stormed into Daniel Bryan's office. And the best thing Daniel Bryan was able to come up with for next week was Sunil Singh versus AJ Styles. Sunil Singh versus AJ Styles. Now, let's list the SmackDown roster once again here. This is a SmackDown roster with Rusev, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Jinder Mahal, all being heels, yet you choose to book AJ Styles against Sunil Singh. Makes sense to me? Not really, bro. Not really. And whoever is out there riding the WWE cock saying that this was a good show here tonight, you can just click off of this video if you're watching it. You can just stop watching the product in general, because you are what's making this such cancer. The Ascension. The Ascension was in another edition of the Fashion Files, or Pulp Fiction, here tonight. Doing what? Asking to be Fandango and Tyler Breeze's friend. You've got to be kidding me. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are going to be a tag team, and they are named the Bludgeon Brothers. You've got to be kidding me. These are all the things I found wrong with SmackDown Live here tonight. Well, those are some of the things I found wrong with SmackDown Live here tonight, because there's a list a lot longer than that, believe me. But why am I naming all those things in one show? Why does one show have that many flaws? That is a problem. That is a problem. The best thing about this show has nothing to do with the WWE Championship. That is a problem. That is a problem. Matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say that the WWE Championship is the worst thing on this show. That is a problem. That is a problem. And my issue, my corresponding issue to all these problems is why? Why? I do not see, and this is the issue, I do not see any of these problems being acknowledged by the WWE. I don't see any of these problems trying to be corrected by the WWE. Week after week, on SmackDown Live, on Monday Night Raw, we see the same bullshit. The same booking inaccuracies. The same garbage. The same garbage. Each and every single week. And here tonight, that just came to a boil. It came to a boil. Because when you have one of the worst WWE champions of all time, challenging Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, or not for the Universal Championship, in a champion versus championship match for the main event of Survivor Series, I've got an issue. I have got an issue there, bro. I mean, when you got AJ Styles, on the other hand, trying to contend for this championship, and coming out and even challenging Jinder Mahal here tonight, and when it's looking that he's going to be a peg in Jinder Mahal's path towards Brock Lesnar, I am going to get angry. I am going to bitch. I am going to moan. I am going to rave. I am going to complain. And there's nothing you can do about that. Because you need to realize that this cannot fly. And this is garbage. This is bullshit. This is mediocre. This is unacceptable. You've got an array of talent on your show who can put on 5-star matches week after week after week if you allow them to. that can put on fantastic shows if you're in promos and things of that nature, if you let them go out there and you allowed them to. But you are holding this talent back. You are making these guys look like shit. And for what? Because you do not share half a brain between everybody in that creative team, between Vince McMahon, between Kevin Dunn, between the Road Dogg. You have got to be kidding me with this garbage. We're going to start off talking about this Jinder Mahal segment. Where the hell is it in my notes? If my iPhone would love to turn the goddamn screen here, this would be fantastic. I'm not going to read sideways. Jinder Mahal said that there are many things that you only get to experience as the modern day Maharaja, the modern day Failure Raha. Anyways, he said, for example, being the first Indian WWE champion, he said that when he went to India, he was treated like an absolute king by his people, with 5-star hotels, dinner with celebrities, and thousands showing up to cheer him. Meanwhile, the amazing crowd in Portland, Oregon, I believe we were in here tonight, was chanting. Were we in Portland, Oregon? No, we were in Seattle, Washington. Excuse me. Seattle, Washington did a fantastic job as a crowd here tonight. They chanted, "You can't wrestle," and that is exactly my point. That is exactly why Jinder Mahal is an awful WWE champion. Anyways, Jinder says that a little boy in India came up to him asking him what's next. He was a big fan of Jinder Mahal. Well, little boy from India, go like Roman Reigns. I'd rather you like Roman Reigns than Jinder Mahal, you little goon. Goddamn. Anyways, he says that a little boy came up to him in India asking him what's next. He says he's run through every viable opponent on SmackDown Live. Bullshit. Anyways, he says in order to cement his dominance, he must go after the person who we believe is the toughest man in the WWE. He must go after Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. Jinder Mahal, do you have a death wish? Do you have a death wish, sir? Because if I were you, I wouldn't go after Brock Lesnar. What an awful idea. The crowd was booing this because it is an awful idea. Anyways, thankfully AJ Styles came out and he told Jinder to repeat what he said. Jinder was like, I want to challenge Brock Lesnar. He's like, no, what you said before that about running through all the talent on SmackDown. Styles says Jinder has never beat him. Jinder calls AJ a loser, which eventually caused AJ to attack Jinder. He started to do the phenomenal blitz, took out the Singh brothers, and he hit Jinder with a Pele kick, sending him running. So in the next segment, you then see Jinder Mahal storm into Daniel Bryan's office, asking what Daniel is going to do about this situation, with Jinder Mahal, or with Daniel asking Jinder what he's going to do about it. He made the match of Sunil Singh versus AJ Styles, which Daniel Bryan agreed to. I mean, this is the best you can come up with, SmackDown Live. Sunil Singh versus AJ Styles. That is the best you can come up with. This show, ladies and gentlemen, my God, this show is the modern day Failure Raha. You've got to be kidding me with this one. Anyways, this, if I'm going to be honest with you, this is the best promo that Jinder Mahal has cut since winning the WWE Championship. No doubt about it. He finally had some bass in his voice. He finally had some excitement in his voice. Probably because he's excited to work with Brock Lesnar. Probably because of that, but I mean, holy shit. Nobody else is excited for that. WWE better cut these plans. Put AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal at Survivor Series, where AJ Styles will beat Jinder Mahal. And at this point, I'd rather see Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar. I don't even care, bro. it will be better than whatever we will see between Brock Lesnar and Jinder Mahal. Holy shit. That is a match that gives me nightmares. When I read the reports on Behind the Mic this Sunday, which you should all go check out, by the way, when I read that report, I was scared for my life. When I was watching the segment, I was scared for my life. And look at that. It came true, bro. Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar next week on Raw is going to make the response. You've got to be fucking kidding me. And the worst part about this, what's probably going to happen, is the worst case scenario, that AJ Styles is just going to be a little roadblock in the path of Jinder Mahal. He's going to get beaten by Jinder Mahal, and it's going to be a peg to make Jinder Mahal look stronger on the road to Brock Lesnar, which is absolutely despicable. It really is. My God. This company, if this company wasn't already a failure, they are a failure now. Holy shit. This is the best you can come up with for Survivor Series. Meanwhile, NXT, the night before, is putting on a War Games matchup in their main event. Best you can do is Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. You're fucking kidding me with that one, bro. My God. This company is a failure. Through One Direction on Monday Night Raw with the Shield reunion, which is absolutely bogus and unnecessary. And then you got Another Way on SmackDown Live, which is even worse and also has to do with Monday Night Raw, and Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. They just don't learn, do they? They just do not learn. Your Survivor Series main event is going to be a joke? You thought you were seeing You Can't Wrestle chants before? Jinder Mahal is going to be buried in You Can't Wrestle chants by the time he's done with that match, because I can't even imagine how shitty a matchup between him and Brock Lesnar is going to be. My God. Michael Cole, here tonight on SmackDown Live, was the lead commentator because Tom Phillips was reportedly, according to Michael Cole, on assignment. Whatever the hell that means, I don't know, but there you go. Bryan hits the ring. Daniel Bryan, he starts off the show here tonight. This segment was fantastic because there is one glowing light, and there was that one thing that I spoke about earlier, that the best thing about SmackDown Live doesn't have anything to do with the WWE Championship. Here's the best thing on SmackDown Live. It is Sami Zayn and his heel turn, which as of right now is a massive success. Bryan hits the ring and takes in the home state pop. A yes chant starts up next. Bryan says it's great to be home. Fans chant welcome home. Bryan says tonight's show will be special. So the crowd was going crazy for Daniel Bryan. It was Daniel Bryan. And then it was yes. And then it was welcome home. It was just everything you can ever imagine being chanted at Daniel Bryan. And this show is only 2 hours. We got to get kicked off over here. And it started hot. It really did. Bryan says tonight's show will be special. And he follows that up by announcing a six-woman tag match between champion Natalya, Tamina Snuka, and Lana versus Naomi, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. Yeah, way to live up to what you just said one sentence ago. That makes this show less special, if anything. It makes this show ordinary, if anything. My God. Anyways, also, WWE Champion Jinder Mahal will have a special announcement, which we just talked about. It was an announcement of filth and villainy. And you had Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, which resulted Bobby Roode taking his first pinfall. You're joking me. Anyways, he was speaking of Hell in a Cell, since Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler were a Hell in a Cell rematch. He's like, speaking of Hell in a Cell, Bryan wants to address someone who disappointed him at the show, Sami Zayn. When Bryan first became general manager of SmackDown, he said all the time that he wanted Sami right here. The music hits, and out comes Sami. Bryan asks if this is really the Sami Zayn he's known for 13 years. Sami asks, what's the difference? He's still the same guy. Sami says he's still a great guy. All he did was take back his career. The crowd says this does make Sami a bad guy. Bryan mentions how he's been in Sami's shoes before, and Sami takes a shot at Sami. Or Sami takes a shot at Sami. Sami takes a shot at Bryan for not being able to wrestle any longer. And they kept throwing jabs at that. Of course, WWE needs to throw those jabs in Daniel Bryan's hometown, of course, being WWE and all. But Sami says management did look down on Bryan at one point, but the difference is Bryan had the fans. Sami says the fans made Bryan. They made him the superstar that he was. They made the Yes Movement and put him into the WrestleMania main event. Sami says the fans didn't keep their end of the unspoken agreement they had with him to make him undeniable to management. They did it for Bryan, but not for Sami. Fans boo Sami. The amazing thing is, Sami doesn't care. He repeats this a few times. Sami just doesn't care what fans think anymore, and he thinks it's amazing. It feels amazing, according to him, which is absolutely fantastic. So heel. Anyway, Sami goes on and says if Bryan would have done what he did and worked a little smarter, he would still be wrestling. A Sami sucks chant starts up. Sami already getting that heel heat, that correct heel heat. Not whatever the hell Jinder Mahal's getting. That's the wrong heel heat. That's heel heat because I fucking despise you and you suck. Sami Zayn is getting heel heat because he is absolutely fantastic in his role. Kevin Owens gets heel heat because he is absolutely fantastic in his role. The Miz gets heel heat because he is absolutely fantastic in his role. Samoa Joe gets heel heat because he is absolutely fantastic in his role. Jinder Mahal gets heel heat because he is garbage. Roman Reigns gets heel heat because he is garbage. Those are the differences. You can clearly tell Jinder Mahal and Roman Reigns suck. That's why they get booed. Those guys I just mentioned are fucking great, but they get booed because they're doing their job right. Anyways, a Sami sucks chant starts up. Sami goes on and praises Bryan for his career and how he looked up to Bryan, but now Bryan is the last person Sami would ever want to be like. Sami calls Bryan a housewife, which got a chuckle out of me, of course. The music interrupts and out comes Kevin Owens with a smile on his face. Owens says Sami is finally listening to what he advised. Owens wants to clear up a few things. Bryan was what Sami said, practically becoming Mr. Bella. Owens says, but Bryan has become what he worked against. He has become a hypocrite. Bryan says Owens doesn't care about Sami and never has. He only cares about himself. Bryan says Owens may resent him because Bryan cares about what's best for the fans, and that's not what is best for the fans, or for Owens. Owens says Bryan just cares about what's best for business. Owens says Bryan is not the authority, or he's become the authority, I should say. Sami agrees and says Bryan has become what he fought against his entire career, and there's only one word for that: a sellout. Sami thanks Owens for opening his eyes because this could be him. Sami thanks Owens for saving him. Bryan looks upset as he walks away. Owens taunts him, and Bryan stops and says he's going to find a few guys to take out Sami and Owens, as fans give a huge reaction to that. So that was an absolutely fantastic segment. Sami Zayn is so great in that heel role. He's really starting to hone his craft. And I love it how they're not playing him as a 100% heel. I mean, he's getting those heel mannerisms in there. Like, it's that. He's not really making those heel mannerisms. He's still Sami Zayn. And that's exactly how it should be. Sami Zayn is no heel. And we know that. This man is not a natural heel. And he is just taking the ideology of a heel because that's what's going to make him successful. He doesn't want to do this. he needs to do this. He's tired of being shifted and sidelined because he's trying to do the right thing. And that doesn't make him a bad person. That just makes him somebody who wants to be successful. And that's absolutely the way they should have portrayed this. It's still the same entrance. The only thing is that now he's going to use those cheap tactics, and we saw that in the main event here tonight. And I haven't popped for a cheap finish in quite a while, dirty finish in quite a while like I did here tonight. But we will talk about that at the end of this review. We got Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky Lynch versus Natalya, Tamina, and Lana. I don't even want to talk about this matchup, and I completely forgot to do my plug, so you know what? Let's do them right here. Make sure to go check out all the other content on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. Fuck that match, right? Anyways, make sure to go check out all the other content. There is so much other content to go check out. Just yesterday, during Monday Night Raw, my career mode episode number 1 was uploaded on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. Had a lot of fun making that. Episode 2 is coming out tomorrow. It's already finished. I'm just gonna upload it tomorrow on Wednesday, probably before NXT does go up around 6 o'clock, around there. Had a lot of fun making it. Awesome montage at the beginning of what happened in episode 1. I think I'm going to do that each and every single video where I do a little recap of what we saw in the last episode. So you're going to have a lot of fun watching that. Episode 2 coming tomorrow. We get signed to a brand. Question is, which brand was it? That is coming tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that. My career mode, episode number 2. And if you missed my career mode episode number 1, make sure to go check that out on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel right now, as well as your Monday Night Raw review, which was uploaded last night. That video, the return of Kane. He screws over Roman Reigns. My God. We're talking about that on the Monday Night Raw review. Sunday, we're talking in-depth thoughts of Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. Before it was announced, and I mean, here we are, it's announced. And we're all crying, and we're all sad, and we're all bitching, and we're all moaning. And I mean, we have the absolute right to. Because this is garbage. And we should not be treated to this bullshit quality of television. Anyways, those are the things you should go check out. This is a pay-per-view week, so there's going to be a special lot of content because there is a preview and predictions coming on a Thursday. So you can expect that on Thursday. Preview and predictions for tables, ladders, and chairs. That's going to be a long one because we got to talk about all that Shield shit again. And of course, you got whatchamacallit, you got Asuka debuting on that pay-per-view, and then you got the pay-per-view review after that show goes off the air on Sunday. So big week when it comes to pay-per-view stuff on the channel. And if you don't want to miss that, best way to do it is to subscribe to the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed it, I really do not know what you are waiting for. Get to it, asshole. Anyways, make sure to like this video if you enjoy what you're hearing here, and of course make sure to comment what you thought of SmackDown Live here tonight, and make sure to go do all that other stuff on my video. Links to the top 10, or the last 10 videos, not the top 10, last 10 videos on the channel in the description down below. So if you did miss that, make sure to go check all those videos out, and of course make sure to like, make sure to comment, because for now we're moving on here, and unfortunately we got to talk about this matchup. Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky versus Natalya, Tamina, and Lana. Another meaningless match in the women's division, with Charlotte making Lana, who's still awful in the ring. You'd think that she's practiced a little more in the ring. Nope. Shit. So she's still awful. Lana taps out to the figure 8. And when Natalya tried to hit Charlotte with the chair like she did at the pay-per-view with that dirty finish, right? She got a big boot, and instead it was Charlotte chasing her off with the chair. But never connected. So there you go. Daniel Bryan was backstage with Sami and Kevin Owens, saying that in the last 10 minutes, he was astounded by how many people wanted to punch Kevin and Sami in the face, saying that they're facing Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura here tonight. Is this now a tag team, Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura? What the fuck? My God. Anyways, it was them here tonight, so there you go. Back from the break, we get a Pulp Fiction-inspired edition of the Fashion Files with Breezango. My God. Tyler Breeze chokes on a cheeseburger and goes down. The Ascension, who were being interrogated, offer to help, but only if Breeze and Fandango will be their best friends. Breeze is brought back to life. Fandango says they aren't best friends. Breeze realizes that their briefcase is missing. The Ascension tries to assemble with Breezango to find the briefcase, but Breeze and Fandango just walk off. You know what I think of this? Irrelevant, boring, and downright ridiculous. Let's move on here. You know what else is ridiculous? My God, this is even more ridiculous. Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara. When was the last time we saw Sin Cara? I was wondering, is this guy still on the employment list? Apparently he is, and apparently he can now beat the United States Champion. So we went from wondering if this guy was employed to him getting a count-out victory over the United States Champion. My God. And Baron Corbin was talking some shit before this matchup. I don't know, my TV was bugging the fuck out. I had to turn it on and off. So I think he was saying something about how the United States Open Challenge was canceled under his reign, blah, 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 blah-bitty, blah-bitty. And I mean, Sin Cara beat him here tonight by count-out. And that's how he got his shot at the United States Championship against AJ Styles. That's how he got into the triple threat match. So, I mean, why wouldn't Sin Cara get a goddamn United States Championship? I mean, the title is pretty much meaningless on the hands of Baron Corbin if he's losing to a guy who hasn't been on television in months. Why isn't this guy on Monday Night Raw in a tag team with Kalisto, or in the Cruiserweight division in a feud with Kalisto, something regarding Kalisto? My God. My God, WWE. Logic, please? That's the Jinder Mahal segment. And after the Jinder Mahal segment, we go to Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. WWE, in 2 months, 2 short months, has already fucked up Bobby Roode. That was quick. That was quick. My God. From one of the best NXT Championship reigns that we've ever seen. Amazing matches with Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ty Dillinger. Who else? Hideo Itami. Roderick Strong. And now he's losing to Dolph Ziggler. You've got to be fucking kidding me, bro. They have already given this guy his first loss to Dolph Ziggler. Not to mention this garbage babyface run, which has been absolutely cringeworthy. Bobby Roode is not a babyface. Bobby Roode is not a babyface. Because he's getting cheered does not mean he's a babyface. He works well as a heel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. My God, this match was actually going pretty well until they ended it super quickly and Bobby Roode was pinned when Ziggler grabbed the tights. And I don't care that it was a dirty pin, bro. It's a pin nonetheless. This man went undefeated for like his entire NXT tenure until he lost the goddamn title. Until he lost the title, he did not lose. He was undefeated. He was undefeated until he lost the title. I think he went a damn year without losing. He comes to SmackDown 2 months in, and there you go. There's your loss. You've got to be kidding me, bro. There was a ridiculous segment where Aiden English was singing to extras backstage until one of them ignored him, and he started yelling at them. The New Day walked in with a trombone. I kid you not, a trombone, and bootios. And the guys started dancing. Rusev somehow found himself in this goddamn trash, saying that it's no longer a New Day, but a Rusev Day, with the New Day playing Rusev's theme on the goddamn Francesca, right? And my question is, what was the point of this? You're gonna assemble Rusev with Aiden English, and they're gonna feud against the New Day? Please, save me the despair. Moving on here to the main event. Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The highlight of this match was when Randy Orton did that back suplex on the announce table and Zayn went through the table. At the end of the matchup also put a smile on my face because Zayn got a low blow on Randy Orton and hit the haluva kick. Sami Zayn has now pinned Randy Orton, and that is something that puts a smile to my face. Because that's exactly how it should be. Sami Zayn should be getting wins like that, and this is exactly what happened. As far as Shinsuke Nakamura goes, the guy is absolutely directionless. It is done. But Shane McMahon is returning to SmackDown Live next week. I completely expect it to be Team Owens versus Team Shane McMahon. And on Team Shane McMahon, it's going to be AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, and Ty Dillinger. And then on Team Kevin Owens, it's going to be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Rusev, Aiden English, and whatever other bum they want to find to go on their team. Maybe even Dolph Ziggler. I don't know. Whatever bum they want to find. It's going to be Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, right? You got Rusev, Baron Corbin. Yeah, Baron Corbin and Aiden English. Watch that be the fucking matchup. You're kidding me with that one. Anyways, there you go with that. And they went to gorilla position. This was hilarious. Where Daniel Bryan was waiting with Owens and Zayn. Or he was waiting there with Owens and Zayn walking in, saying that they just beat the top two contenders on SmackDown Live. Contenders for what? I asked, but asking what he has next for them, and they're like, what do you got for us? A handicap match, a lumberjack match, a Daniel Bryan on a pole match. That actually made me laugh. That was funny. But Daniel Bryan was like, it's actually not up to me because Shane McMahon is returning next week. They then went out there to gloat in the face of Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton, and they hugged. So there you go. This reminds me of a more serious version of Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, and I like that. It's a little bit more serious. It's a little bit less lighthearted. It's a little bit less about the catchphrases and the one-liners, and it's more that these two feed off each other. A lot of the time, when Jericho and Kevin Owens were together, Jericho's catchphrases would just steal so much of the limelight from Kevin Owens. And on top of that, there was no division on Monday Night Raw. There was nobody for them to compete with. It was the same guys in the main event every single week. It was Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and sometimes Braun Strowman, and then Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens for how goddamn long. Now the SmackDown Live actually has a diverse roster, so it's not going to be as shitty, and Sami Zayn isn't going to take attention from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens isn't going to take attention from Sami Zayn. They both feed off of each other, and I like that. And I like that a lot. So I'm loving this heel turn for Sami Zayn. I'm loving this alliance between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as well. But the rest of SmackDown Live, as far as that goes, it's absolutely ridiculous. Bobby Roode needs to turn heel. AJ Styles needs to win the WWE Championship. Jinder Mahal needs to go away. Matter of fact, I'd put the United States Championship on Jinder Mahal because at least it won't be the goddamn focus of the show. At least it won't be the focus of the show. Ty Dillinger needs to be feuding with Baron Corbin, if you ask me. Get rid of this Sin Cara garbage. Are you joking? My God. The women's division needs to be booked creatively instead of 6-man tags galore, and a change needs to be made in creative direction of SmackDown Live, because as far as whoever is booking this show, as long as whoever is booking this show is booking this show is garbage, and it shows. But those are my complaints. A lot of complaints on this edition of SmackDown Live. Don't get me started with the commercials. Don't get me started with Michael Cole's commentary here tonight. My God, hearing Michael Cole 1 day a week is bad enough. 2 days, it is frustrating. Anyways, by the end of this show, I just had my head completely down. So, I mean, how close was my head to the ground by the end of this night? About 3 inches away from the ground. Let's give SmackDown Live 3 out of 10 here tonight. What about that? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. I hope you enjoyed each and every single thing that you heard here on your SmackDown Live review. We talked about it all here tonight. So make sure to leave your comments in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed what you heard here. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really do not know what you are waiting for. All the content, Monday Night Raw reviews, SmackDown Live reviews, pay-per-view reviews, pay-per-view preview and predictions, NXT TakeOver reviews. There you go. You got WWE 2K18 My Career Mode, Mae Classic coverage when that was coming out. You got breaking news stories. Just today, we covered the breaking news. We made a 10-minute video on Nia Jax leaving the WWE. Crazy news story right there. We're talking about that on the channel earlier today, so make sure to go check out that video. Because for now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment, and for now, I am out of here. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. For now, I will see you all later.